There's something about a true Sigma male that doesn't change with age. He doesn't seem to wear down the way others do. His presence stays strong, his mind stays sharp, and his confidence stays steady. Whether he's 25 or 55, you can feel that same solid energy. Some people call it mysterious, others just call it timeless. But when you really look closer, there are real reasons behind why Sigma males often seem ageless. This isn't just about looks. Sure, some Sigma males might keep a youthful appearance, but what really makes them seem untouched by time is the way they carry themselves. Their calm, their focus, their peace. These traits don't wear out. In fact, they get stronger over time. While most people follow the crowd, try to stay trendy, or get lost chasing things that age the body and mind, Sigma males move differently. They live on their own terms, they don't chase attention, and they protect their time and energy like it's gold. That lifestyle doesn't just bring peace, it brings longevity. A Sigma male isn't trying to look younger. He's just focused on being better. And that difference shows. You won't find him stressed about what people think, wearing himself out for approval, or wasting energy on things that don't matter. Instead, you'll find him reading, training, thinking, building, always improving, but always calm. This creates a kind of steady power that doesn't fade, a type of maturity that doesn't turn old, and a mindset that keeps growing while others slow down. This video is all about those quiet, often overlooked habits and traits that make the Sigma male feel ageless, not just to others, but to himself. These aren't tricks. These are real choices, real ways of living that keep his spirit sharp, his emotions clear, and his energy strong, no matter what number shows up on his ID. Let's start with secret number 1. How embracing solitude keeps Sigma males younger than people realize. Secret number 1. Embracing solitude. Sigma males don't just enjoy being alone. They rely on it. Solitude is where they recharge, reset, and refine themselves. And that habit, spending time in silence and space, does more than protect their mind. It helps them age differently. While most people are constantly pulled in different directions, Sigma males regularly step back. They disconnect from distractions. They shut off the noise. Not just for peace, but for progress. That break from constant stimulation lowers stress, clears their thoughts, and helps their body stay calm. When you live in a world that never stops talking, stillness becomes rare. But for Sigma males, stillness is a daily ritual. They sit with their thoughts. They reflect. They read, write, walk, meditate, not because it looks cool, but because it works. Solitude is their mental gym, and they show up to it often. And here's the truth. Stress ages people. Constant worry, overthinking, emotional chaos, it wears on the body. But Sigma males have a different rhythm. Their alone time lets them process emotions instead of being ruled by them. They don't suppress things, they work through them privately. That kind of emotional clarity keeps their minds light and their energy steady. Solitude also protects their attention span. While most people are addicted to scrolling, swiping, and jumping from one distraction to the next, Sigma males use their quiet time to focus. That sharpens their thinking. It keeps their brains trained and alert, like a muscle that never stops improving. Even physically, this shows. Less stress means fewer signs of wear. Less emotional burnout shows in posture, voice, and movement. Sigma males often seem calm, steady, and focused, traits that feel youthful even when their age says otherwise. But solitude isn't just about avoiding people. It's about choosing who and what gets access. Sigma males don't isolate out of fear. They isolate to build strength, to reflect, to keep their life from being shaped by everyone else's noise. And that choice pays off. It keeps them grounded, keeps them thinking long-term, and helps them make decisions that protect their time, health, and future. Solitude may look boring from the outside, but for the Sigma male, it's a source of power, and that power keeps him mentally, emotionally, and even physically sharp for years to come. Secret number 2. Lifelong learning. Sigma males don't stop learning. Not after school, not after getting a job, not after reaching a goal. For them, learning is a lifelong mission. And that constant hunger for knowledge is one of the main reasons they never feel stuck or slow, even as the years pass. While other people slow down and settle, Sigma males keep asking questions. They study, they read, they explore, and they do it on their own terms. No pressure, no deadlines, just genuine curiosity. That curiosity keeps their minds sharp, and over time, that sharpness becomes part of who they are. Learning isn't just about books. It's about skills, experiences, challenges. A Sigma male might pick up a new language in his 40s, start martial arts in his 50s, learn how to invest or start a business in his 60s. Not because he has to, but because he chooses to. That mindset keeps him flexible and adaptable, two traits that keep the brain young. Most people stop learning after a certain point. They think they've figured things out. They settle into routines, let go of growth, and coast through the rest of life. But Sigma males don't coast. They climb. Even in silence, they're moving. They ask themselves, what's next? Not because they're restless, but because they're alive. This habit also protects their confidence. When you keep learning, you stay engaged with the world. You understand change. You don't fear the future because you're already growing into it. That confidence, the kind that comes from knowledge and skill, doesn't fade. It deepens, and it shows in how they speak, how they think, how they solve problems. Sigma males may not always talk about what they know, but it becomes clear fast that they're not behind. If anything, they're ahead, because they never stop moving forward. Their growth isn't rushed. It's constant. A book here, a podcast there, a habit change, a new tool. Over time, those little changes build a big result. A man who doesn't just feel younger, he is younger in mind and spirit. Lifelong learning is not about trying to stay trendy or keeping up appearances. It's about staying mentally alive. And that alone is one of the clearest signs that the Sigma male doesn't age the way others do. Secret number 3. Emotional independence. Sigma males don't get dragged into emotional chaos. They don't rely on others to feel okay. They don't need validation to stay stable. This kind of emotional independence isn't just rare, it's powerful. And it's one of the biggest reasons Sigma males age differently than others. Think about how much stress people carry because of relationships, opinions, or outside drama. Every argument, every misunderstanding, every chase for approval adds weight, not just mentally, but physically. That weight ages people. It drains energy, shortens patience, and burns them out. Sigma males live with a different rhythm. They take responsibility for how they feel. When they're upset, they don't lash out. They reflect. They figure out the root of the issue. They solve it internally before it turns into a storm. That self-control keeps their nervous system steady, and that calm shows up in their body, their face, their energy. They don't bottle emotions. They process them, alone, in silence, or through writing, training, or other personal outlets. They don't need to be surrounded by people to find peace. That makes them stronger. It also makes them less likely to hold on to grudges, drama, or emotional tension. This doesn't mean they don't feel. They absolutely do. But they don't react to everything. They respond carefully, intentionally, and sometimes not at all. Because Sigma males know that not every emotion needs a reaction, and not every problem needs a fight. This mindset also protects them from codependency. They don't build their identity on someone else's approval. That means when relationships change, when someone leaves or when things go wrong, they don't fall apart. They feel it, process it, and move forward with strength. That emotional balance is rare. Most people swing between highs and lows, chasing praise, fearing rejection. Sigma males stay centered. That inner stillness becomes part of who they are, and it slows down the wear and tear that comes from constant emotional swings. Over time, this makes a difference. The stress that others carry in their face, their sleep, their energy, Sigma males avoid it. Not because life is easier for them, but because they've learned how to handle it without losing themselves. That's what emotional independence really is, being your own anchor. And it's one of the strongest, most underrated ways to stay ageless from the inside out. Secret number 4. Minimalist lifestyle. Sigma males don't chase more. More stuff, more noise, more status. They focus on what matters and cut out what doesn't. This simple way of living might not look flashy, but it's a big reason they seem to stay young while others burn out. A minimalist life doesn't mean living with nothing. It means living with intention. Sigma males don't waste space in their home, their mind, or their daily routine. They remove what's unnecessary so they can focus on what's essential. Look at someone constantly chasing material things. New clothes, new cars, new tech, always wanting more. That chase brings stress. It creates clutter, and it fills the mind with distractions. Sigma males avoid that. They choose quality over quantity, simplicity over chaos. In their environment, this shows up as clean spaces, calm settings, and fewer distractions. In their mind, it means fewer commitments, less social pressure, and more time for real growth. This habit reduces stress, and reduced stress means better sleep, clearer thinking, and more energy, all of which add up to a life that feels and looks lighter. They're not wasting energy juggling things that don't matter. They're not overcommitted. They're not chasing appearances. That leaves more energy for movement, learning, focus, and peace. A lot of aging is just wear and tear, from overwork, overstimulation, and emotional clutter. Minimalist living protects against that. It keeps the Sigma male from running in circles and gives him space to rest, think, and act with clarity. He may not have the newest everything. He may not be flashy, but he moves through life with calm, clear purpose. And that peace? You can feel it when he walks in a room. Less chaos outside, less stress inside, and over time, fewer lines on the face and more light in the eyes. Secret number 5, purpose-driven living. Sigma males don't live on autopilot. They're not just going through the motions. They wake up with direction, a sense of purpose that drives everything they do. That purpose gives them energy, and energy is the key to staying young. Most people burn out because they don't know what they're really working toward. They grind, but it feels empty. They move, but there's no meaning behind it. That drains them. It makes life feel heavy. Sigma males move differently. Their purpose may not be obvious to others. It might be quiet, personal, or long-term, but it's there, and it keeps them focused. This kind of purpose brings fuel to their day. It gives their actions weight. Whether it's building something, learning a skill, creating value, or protecting their peace, they do it with reason. That reason becomes a source of strength. It also gives them discipline. Purpose cuts through excuses. When things get hard, they don't give up. They keep going. Not because someone told them to, but because they're connected to a deeper why. That deep motivation keeps their body moving and their mind locked in. Both keys to long-term health. Living with purpose also protects against laziness and regret. Sigma males don't waste time wondering, what if? They're too busy doing the work. Even when the results are slow, they stay consistent, because the purpose matters more than the pace. This type of focus reduces stress. It turns chaos into strategy, and it helps them age with less regret and more peace. Purpose is powerful. It's not about being loud or famous. It's about being aligned. And alignment keeps the Sigma male sharp, in spirit, in movement, and in how he lives his life every single day. Secret number 6, authentic self-expression. Sigma males don't wear masks. They don't act a certain way just to be accepted. They speak how they speak, dress how they like, and move through life as themselves, fully, completely, and without apology. This kind of authenticity isn't just rare, it's refreshing. And it plays a huge role in why they seem ageless. When someone pretends all the time, tries to fit in, impress others, follow trends, it slowly drains their energy. It creates stress. They're always watching what they say, trying to read the room, and adjusting to make others comfortable. That constant performance takes a toll over time. But Sigma males don't perform. They don't hide who they are, and that saves them a massive amount of energy. They're not wasting mental power worrying about what others think. They're not confused about who they're supposed to be. They're just being real. This also creates confidence, not the loud kind, but the quiet kind that comes from knowing who you are. That kind of confidence doesn't age. It doesn't fade. It builds. You see it in how they walk, how they sit, how they listen. No rush, no nerves, just calm presence. Sigma males also speak their truth. They say what they mean, even when it's not popular. They don't fake kindness or force charm. They connect deeply when it matters and keep things honest when it doesn't. That kind of honesty gives people clarity, even when it feels uncomfortable. Being authentic also keeps them away from the anxiety that comes with trying to fit in. They're not caught in trends. They're not chasing social rules. That means less pressure, less stress, and more peace. And as we know, peace keeps you young. When someone fully accepts who they are, they carry less tension in their body. Their face relaxes. Their movements flow. Their energy is lighter. Sigma males don't pretend, and that realness shows in their health, their energy, and the way they keep growing, no matter how old they are. They're not here to impress. They're here to express. And that keeps them grounded, honest, and timeless. True Sigma males don't chase youth. They live in a way that keeps them strong, clear, and fully alive. They don't fight aging with fear. They stay sharp with habits that protect their peace, challenge their mind, and keep their spirit aligned. They spend time alone to grow. They keep learning, stay emotionally balanced, live with less, move with purpose, and express themselves honestly. These traits may not be flashy, but they're powerful. They reduce stress, increase focus, and help them stay present, no matter their age. That's what makes them seem ageless, not because they're chasing a younger look, but because they've built a life that doesn't wear them down. Their energy stays clean. Their mind stays sharp. Their presence stays strong. In a world that's always trying to look young on the outside, Sigma males stay young on the inside. And it shows in every step, every word, every choice. If you want to stay timeless, start with the things that actually last. Truth, peace, growth. That's what the Sigma male lives by, and that's what makes him truly ageless.